Namaste students. Hope you all fine. Myself Saranya. I'm your social teacher. Today we are going to see the lesson in history. The third lesson is in the earliest cities. So we are going to see about the earliest cities. Saving an old building. Jaspal and Harpit were playing cricket in the lane outside their home when they noticed the people who were admiring the dilap- dilapidated old building. So, dilapidated means old houses, old building or old houses, which were almost in the damaged situations that the children called the haunted house. Look at the architecture, said one of the men. Have you seen the fine wood carving? Asked one of the women. So the people were talking about that old building. We must write to the minister so that she makes arrangements to repair and preserve these beautiful houses. So they are talking that if we have to tell about this building to the minister so that she will arrange for the repair and preserve this beautiful house. Why they wondered, would anybody is being interested in the old run rundown house? So we have to preserve that old buildings because they are very precious. Nowadays we can't build like that. So that was very precious. So we have to preserve that. The story of Harpa. Very often old buildings have a story to tell. So basically old buildings and all have one story. So, like that, we are going to see about one story. It's nearly 150 years ago when railway lanes were being laid down for the first time in the Punjab. So, see here, children, for the first time they have laid the railway lines in Punjab. Engineers stumbled upon the site of the Harpan. So, stubbled means almost fold damaged sides, which is Harpan. In the present, it is in a Pakistan. To them, it seems like a mound that was a rich source of ready-made, high-quality bricks. So they carried off thousands of bricks from the walls of the old buildings of the city to build railway lines. So the railway line should be very strong, right? For that, they have taken the bricks from the old buildings because the old buildings are more stronger than nowadays, right? So they have taken bricks from old buildings. Many buildings were completely destroyed. So by taking the bricks from old buildings, many of the buildings were almost destroyed. So see here, children, where is Harappa place is there. So it is in the Pakistan. Then, about 80 years ago, archaeologists found the site and realized that this was one of the oldest city in the subcontinent. After that, the archaeologists who were searching for the old things, so he was searched and he was found one site that was a very old city in the subcontinent, as this was the first city to be discovered. So that is the first city which was discovered. All other sites from where similar buildings were found were described as Harpan. These cities developed about 4700 years ago. So the city was called as Harpan. It is in the Pakistan. So this city was developed about 4700 years ago. Very often, old buildings are pulled down to make a way for new constructions. You can see for new construction or for constructing a roads and all, we are destroying many buildings, right? So this it is necessary. It is that important to destroy the old buildings and making a new constructions. We have to preserve the old buildings. So see, this is the Harpan civilization. This is the village of Harpan. What was special about these cities? Many of these cities were divided into two or more parts. Usually, the part to the west was smaller but higher. So, see here, children. Basically, they will divide into two parts. One is west part, and another one is east part. So, the west part will be smaller but in higher range. The archaeologists describe this as a citadel. Citadel means one of the ground will be high on the city. Generally, the part to the east was larger but lower. This is called lower town. Very often, walls of baked bricks were built around each part. So, they will bake the bricks. The bricks were so well baked that they have lasted for thousands of years. So, they have baked the bricks very strongly. So, that's why it is lasting for thousands of years. So for that only we are destroying that old buildings and we are taking that baked bricks. The bricks were laid in an interlocking pattern. So children's see in this picture, the bricks are interlocking bricks. So it is like building blocks. You can see in the building blocks. So like that the bricks will be in the interlocking. Why they are made like this means because this interlocking bricks can make the walls very stronger. In some cities special buildings were constructed on the citadel. For example, in Mohenjo-daro. So see here children's, the in this map Mohenjo-daro is here. A very special tank which archaeologists call the Great Bath. So in this area they have built the very big bathing. For bathing they have made a very big tank. So in this picture you can see that children's, so this is in this place they will fill water. It's like a swimming pool. So it's a very great bath was built in this area. This was lined with bricks, coated with the plaster and made watertight with a layer of natural tar. So for making that very strong, they have used plaster and the natural tar. There were steps leading down to it from two sides, while there were rooms on all sides. So you can see here, children's. So for entering into the well, one step is here, and the another one step is here, and the another step was here. So two sides the steps was there, and the other things were rooms, the complete rooms. So which why they have built the rooms means water was probably brought in from the well and drained out after the use. So for their purpose they have build the rooms, and where the water will come means they will get that water from the wells, and it was drained out after the use. So after the use was over they will drain that. Perhaps important people took a dip in this tank on a special occasions. So in the areas some important peoples will be there, right? Like king, queen, or prince, princess, like that. The important peoples will dip in this tank in the occasion times. Other cities such as Caliban Han and Lothal had fire altars where sacrifice may have been performed, and some cities like Mohenjo-daro, Harpa, and the Lothal had elaborate store houses. So, in these places, if they have any fire fire altars or floods, means in these areas how they have built the buildings, right? So the buildings were will be very strong, and it is safe for them to be there in that critical situations. So it's like a storehouse. See here, children, how bricks were arranged to build walls in Harpan cities. So see here how the bricks were built. It's a interlocking system. That's why it is very strong. Houses and house drains and streets. Generally, houses were either one or two story high, with the rooms built around the courtyard. Most of the house had a separate bathing area, and some had wells to supply water. So see in this picture, children, most of the houses will be one floor, or there will be two floors. Mainly they will be having a two floors, and around the building there will be a courtyard also. So in some of the houses there is a separate bathing area will be there, and some of the houses there will be a wells also there for their water supply. Many of these cities had covered drains. Notice how carefully these were laid out in a straight lanes. Although you cannot see it, each drain had a gentle slope so that the water could flow through it. So, see here, children, this is the drainage system which they have built. So, in this drainage area, they have the special gentle slope lines. So, the water will flow easily into that. Very often, drains in houses were connected to those on streets, and a smaller drains led into a bigger ones. As the drains were covered, and inspection holes were provided at intervals to clean them. So nowadays, our drainage system is there, no? So like that itself, in those days they have built it the drainage system. So in the each house the drainage pipe will be connected to the main drainage area. All three houses, drains, and the streets were probably planned and built at the same time. So everything was planned, and after that only they have built their houses, the streets, and the trains. So everything was planned accordingly. See how they are very clever in those days itself. Life in the city. Harpan city was a very busy place. There were people who planned the construction of special buildings in the city. These were probably the rulers. It is likely that the rulers sent people to distant lands to get metal, precious stones, and other things that they wanted. So, in the Harpan cities, the people were construct planned and constructed the buildings, everything which we have seen, right? So the rulers, they will send their people to the distance people to get some metal or precious stones and whatever they wanted. They may have kept the most valuable objects, such as ornaments of gold and silver, or beautiful beads for themselves. And there were scribe, scribers, people who know how to write, who helped prepare the seals, and perhaps wrote on other material that have not survived. So for themselves they will send peoples to buy the most precious stones, gold ornaments, and silver ornaments, and even beads, some beautiful beads, and the scribers. For the scribers, who will buy that means who know how to write and help to prepare the seals. For that purpose, they will send the peoples to another place, the distance place. So in this picture, see here, childrens, the top was a street in Mohenjo-daro with a drain. So this is the street, childrens, which they have the drainage system also. Above, a well. Far left, a harpan seal. The sign of on the top of the seal are part of a script. This is the earliest form of writing known in the subcontinent. Scholars have tried to read these signs, but we still do not know exactly what they mean. So, children, we don't know what they are saying exactly, but something they are trying to say. Still, the archaeologist was researching about that sculptures. So in this first picture, you can see something they have written in their language. We don't know what is that. So still, the archaeologists were searching, and this picture was terracotta toys. So which they will use. Besides, there were men and women craft persons making all kinds of things, either in their homes or in a special workshops. So like this terracotta toys, some men or women will be there, either they will be making these toys in their home or in some workplaces. People were traveling to distant lands or returning with the raw materials and perhaps stories. Many terracotta toys have been founded, and children must have played with this. So, so what concept they will use for this toys means the people who went for the distant places, so they will tell about the things what they have seen, or they will tell the stories and all, right? So by hearing that things, they will make some toys. So that will be using the toys will be used by the childrens. They will play with that terracotta toys. Terracotta means nothing but the clay toys, which is made up of sand or a soil. New crafts in the city. Let us look at some of these objects that were made and found in Harpan cities. Most of the things that have been found by archaeologists are made up of stone, stones, shell, and metal, including copper, bronze, gold, and silver. So, these types of ornaments they will make, like a copper and bronze were used to make tool weapons. So, using a weapons or for ornaments, or they will use that for vessels. And gold and silver mostly they will used only for ornaments and vessels. Perhaps the most striking finds are those of beads, weights, and blades. So they will used for beads, weight also they will used, and the blade items. The harpan also made seals out of stones. These are generally rectangular and usually have an animal curved on them. The harpan also made pots with beautiful black designs, such as the one shown on page number 6. So, children, you can turn your book to page number 6. You can see the pot which we have already sawn that. So, in the pot, there will be a black designs, right, which was done in the Harpon cities. So it is famous thing in that place. Cotton was probably grown at Meharak from about 7,000 years ago. Actual pieces of cloth were found attached to the lid of a silver vase and some copper objects at Mohenjo-daro. Archaeologists have also found spindle wheels made up of terracotta and pheasants. These were used to spin thread. So see children's, the stone was made up of terracotta. So the terracotta means which they have used the soil or mud to make that. So like that they will use silver vase and the copper objects also. So fanes means these types of stones are called fanes, um, which they will use to decorate the objects or the things which they have invent. Many of the things that were produced were probably the work of specialist. So these types of work will be done by the specialist. A specialist is a person who's trained to do only one kind of work. So specialist means he or she will be knowing only one type of work, but in that work they will be the specialist. Whatever the question or whatever the doubts we will be asking about that particular work, they will be telling all the doubts and they will be clearing it. So that person is called specialist. For example, cutting stones or polishing beads or carving seals. So these types of works, there will be some specialist will be there. And this must have been the work of an expert craft persons. Not everybody could have been a specialist. So not everyone will be knowing all the works, right? Only some type of people will be known the particular works. So we are calling them as a specialist. So there will be a men specialist or only women will be a specialist also. Perhaps some women and men may have been the specialist more in search of raw materials. Raw materials are substances that are either found naturally. So raw substance means like wood or ore metals. So which will be helpful for the farmers or herders. These are then proceed to produce fished goods. For example, cotton produced by farmers is a raw material that may be produced to make a cloth, right? So the for making a cloth there will be many people will be including on that. For making the cotton, the farmer will be there, and it will be converted into the raw material for the clothes. So for making a cloth, some other specialist will be there. So for making one thing, so many peoples were included in this. While some of the raw materials that the harpans used were available locally, many items such as copper, tin, gold, silver, and the precious stones had to be brought from distant places. So in that places there will they will not get all these things. So in the distant places they will go and buy all these things to um, make ornaments or clothes whatever they need. So they will collect these types of raw materials from the distant places. The Harpons probably got copper from Rajasthan and even from Umna in West Asia. So they will be getting the copper from these two places. tin which was mixed with copper to produce bronze. So how we are getting bronze means copper and tin. The mixed combination we will get the bronze. May have been brought from Afghanistan and Iran. Gold could have come all the way from Karnataka. So where they will get gold means from our place, Karnataka. And the precious stones from Gujarat, Iran, and Afghanistan's. So we will get the precious stones in these places also, like Gujarat, Iran, and the Afghanistan places. So children, see in this picture the toy, how it looks like, right? How were goods carried from one place to another? Look at the illustration. One shows a toy and the other is a sail. So it's like a bullock without bull, right? So in that day itself, they have made this toy structure. How they are very clever and they have thought about these things. Food for people in the cities. So what type of foods they will eat means while many people lived in the cities, others living in the countrysides grew crops and reared animals. These farmers and herds supplied food to craft persons, scribers, and the rulers in the cities. We know from remains of plants that the Harpans grow wheat, barley, pulses, peas, rice, sesame, linseeds, and mustard. So they will grow these types of things in their places. So for growing these things, the farming material, what they need to plug, or they used to dig the earth for turning the soil soft, right? Why they are turning the soil into soft? Because to seed, planting the seeds. For that they will use these types of tools. See here children, this is the toy plug. Today, in many farming communities, only men use the plug. We do not know whether the Harpans followed such customs or not. So, this type of tools they have used. So, why they have used this means to plug the soil, which were probably made of wood, have not survived. Toy model have been found. As this region does not receive heavy rainfall, some form of irrigation may have been used. This means that water was stored and supplied to the fields when the plants were growing. So in these areas rainfall will not be there for most of the times. So for that they will store water, and while whenever the plant needs water, only on that time they will pour water. The Harpans reared cattle, sheep, goat, and buffalo. Water and pastures were available around settlements. However, in the dry summer months, large herds of animals were probably taken to greater distance in search of grass and water. So, if some summer times there will be no water, right? For rearing the sheep, cattle, goat, and buffalo, they need some water and grasses, right? So for that thing they will uh, they will taken that to a great distance of places to some other cities. They will bring that taken that animals for eating such of grasses and water. They also collected fruits like bear, caught fish, and hunted wild animals like the antelope. So, children, in this picture, you can see the bear fruit. So these types of fruits they have eaten. The name of the fruit is bear. Closer look. Harpan towns in Gujarat. The city of Dulavira was located in Kadirbet in the Ran of Kutch, where there was a fresh air and fertile soil. So, children, where this Kadirbet was located means in the place of Ran of Kutch. In that place, there will be having a fresh water and fertile soil. Unlike some of the other urban cities, which were divided into two parts, one is Dolavira and other was divided into three parts. Each part was surrounded with massive stone walls with entrance through gateways. So they have divided into three parts, and each part was covered with the stone walls. So for entrance, each part will be having the gateways. There was also a large open area in the settlement where public ceremonies could be held. So there will be a open space also. So in that place, the common ceremonies or public things will be held there. Other finds include a large letter of Harpan script that were carved out of white stone and perhaps inlaid in wood. This is a unique found as generally Harpan writing has been found on small objects such as seals. So, children, in that area, there will be a very large writing script will be there. So they will be using even a small objects for writing like seals. The city of Lothal stood beside the tributary of the Sabarmati in Gujarat, close to the Gulf of Ham- Kahamat. It was situated near areas where raw materials such as semi precious stones. So, semi precious stones means stones like this. We can't find out these types of stones regularly. This is a very precious stones which we will get very rarely. And shell and metal. There was also a storehouse in the city. Many seals and sealing were found in this storehouse. So many seals on clay types that they have founded in the storehouses. So see here, children's a dockyard at Lothal. This huge tank may have been dockyard where boats and ships came in from the seas and through the river channel. Goods were probably loaded and unloaded here. So this is the water transport which they have here, which they have used to transport the goods from one place to another place. A building that was found here was probably a workshop for making beads. Pieces of stone, half made beads, tools for bead making, and finished beads have all been found here. So in this area, there is it's a specialist for bead makings. So for making a beads, they will be having a half made beads. For making beads, we need tools, and finished beads also have been found here. So see here, childrens, this is the picture of seals and sealings. Seals may have been used to stamp bags and or packets containing goods that were sent from one place to another. So why we are using seals means because if we transfer rice, barley, or some other things from one place to another, if we seal, that means it will not come out from that, right? For that thing they have sealed. After a bag was closed or tied, a layer of wet clay was applied on the knot, and the seal was pressed on it. So if we press that seal means it will not open. The impression of the seal is known as sealing. If the sealing was instant, one could be sure that the goods had arrived safely. If the seal was damaged means the entire product was damaged. We can came to know about that thing. Seals are used even today. Find out what they are used for. So even we are using that type of sealings. So which we have used. So childrens, find out why we are using, what type of seals we are using in nowadays, and collect information about that. Okay childrens, this is also your homework. The mystery of the end. Around 3,900 years ago, we find the beginning of a major change. People stopped living in many of the cities. Writing, seals, and weights were no longer used. So, around 3,900 years ago, the people were not interested to live in the cities. They were not writing, sealing, or weight. They are not using all these things. The raw materials brought from long distance became rare. So they're buying raw materials from the distance, right? That also become very rare. In Mohenjo-daro, we find that garbage piled up on the streets. The drainage system was broke down, and a new, less impressive houses were built, even over the streets. So everything was collapsed. Even the drainage system was broken out. The building structure was be built it differently over all over the streets. Why did all this happen? We are not sure. Some scholars suggest that the river dried up. So some of them telling that the river was dried up, and some of them telling that there were a deforestation was happened, and this could have happened because of fuel was required for baking bricks or smelting copper ores. Besides, grazing by large herds of cattle, sheep, and goat may have destroyed the green cover. So, like this, they have everybody is saying different things. Someone is saying because of floods. So we don't know what happened. Why the city was collapsed and destroyed. We don't know about that. Even because of the flooding, also it can be happen, or for river had drying up. We don't know the exact reason why that has happened. It appears as if the rulers lost control. So this can be happen because the ruler have lost his control to maintain all these things. In any case, the effects of the change are quite clear. Sites in Sindh and West Punjab were abandoned. So, abandoned means having been left. So, they left that place itself. While many people moved into newer and smaller settlements to the east and the south. So, they have left that village and they have moved to the other cities. New cities merged about 1400 years later. So after many years, around 1400 years ago, new cities were merged into that Harpan cities. So about that we will be reading in the next chapters. So we'll see that in the next chapters. So imagine children's, you are traveling with your parents about 4000 years ago. So 4000 years ago, you are traveling with your family from Lothal to Mohenjo-daro. Describe how would travel and what your parents might carry with them and what you would see Mohenjo-daro. So just imagine if you are in that place, you're traveling with your parents from Lothal to Mohenjo-daro. What are the things you will carry in the travel and how you will travel to that place and what you will see in that Mohenjo-daro place? Imagine and write your answer. And also children, in the last geography lesson, I didn't give you the activity. So do this activity along with this. The activity is you have to draw a diagram of globe showing the earth axis, equator, tropic of Cancer, tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle and Antarctic Circle. So you can draw this one or you can make one globe and you can draw in that globe also. That is up to you. You can do whichever in your creativity thing. Okay, childrens, this is your two activities, childrens. You have to do this. Okay, childrens. Hope you all understood the lesson, childrens. So, thank you, childrens.